Baduga. Welcome, babe. Hey, Ash, how are you? Glad you could stop by. Hope everybody's having a great week. Hang on just a second. Hush. It's like triple echo. Good. I'm glad to hear that you're good. It's been a crazy week for me, but 2 more days and I got an epic weekend coming up that I can't wait for. Jim, Sinister, welcome, babe. You're at Jack's baseball game. Is he winning? Please tell me yes, he's winning. I saw the photo you put on Facebook that little Miss Grace is there. I know that's putting a smile on your face. Hopefully the feedback has chilled out now. Strange. This isn't like mine. Oh well. So hopefully the weather is going to cooperate because we have all kinds of people that we are going to be meeting up with this weekend. We have fun flies going on. And then next week is Nubapalooza. So it's going to be a busy, busy, busy week for Chris. Towards the end of the week is going to be a little busy for me, but I just got to get through Monday through Wednesday of next week. Oh, 70. That's my kind of weather. 70, sunny, no humidity, just beautiful outside. That's what I'm hoping for this weekend. We've had 7 days of rain. Today was the first day it did not rain, so today was a good day. A crazy day, but a good day for Mother Nature. Let's see if I can do this over here on this one. Nope. There we go. Richard, hey babe. Is it still dry? And did you get all your grass cut? Poor Richard ends up cutting grass about 4 days out of the week and then weed whacks and weeds for 2 and then starts it all the next week. We finally got a break from our rain, Richard. We had 7 days of it. It's just been like, yes and yes. Oh, and you got to fly today. Sweet. Now, were you flying drones, wings, all of the above? Chris is out flying now. RJ's RC. Hey, babe, how are you? Oh, you flew the wing. Awesome. Chris hasn't taken the wing out lately. I miss it. I think I'm going to have to hijack that next. He showed me yesterday. He says, what's different about this? And he's showing me my drone. And I looked at him. I said, you washed it. He said, yeah, no more grass stains. I said, oh, I hear you. Nano Talon today. Awesome. It's just relaxing. I really think I will, Richard. I'm the flights that I've been on board with a wing, there's just something different. And now that I've had the dark side per se experience with my drone, I don't know. It's there, but it's not. And I think you understand what I mean. There's just something about that wing. Butch, hey babe, how are you? Are you feeling better? Honey Lulu, hey lady, how are you? Talking about what a crazy week and all I've had, and can't wait for the weekend. Good. Glad to hear that, Butch. It sucks when you're feeling bad, but I don't know. There's when it's just ongoing and ongoing, it's just like Yeah, honey, we're meeting up with a whole bunch of people that we've known. Well, one of them we've known for probably ever since Chris first got into drugs. So it's going to be a really sweet Saturday, and there's a Wings and Wheels event going on at the airport. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, Richard, that I get back in the plane, a real plane. So I'm hoping I actually get that feel back. John, hey babe. Right? Nothing worse than being sick out on the road. And it's not like you're just on a vacation or a road trip. You can pull off and you'll continue on whenever. It's not like that when you're driving. Oh, you're going to a huge competition in Alabama? Sweet. Yeah, we've got a meetup Saturday, the Wings and Wheels Saturday. I told Chris, I said, you have fun, babe. I'm going to be here with you part of the time, and I am going to fly at some point. Yeah, John, I do dabble in some gardening. Yes, you can use leaves to choke weeds. If you have any newspapers, you can use those as well, and then put the leaves on top of them. Right? Worse when you have live animals on board. There is no stopping. Almost finished building my new long-range plane, just waiting on one more part. Oh, 15 miles? Sweet. Well, Butch, I didn't say you had to read them, babe. You put them down on the ground, and it ends up killing out the weeds. Well, you know, like those ones that they just throw out in your yard that are mainly the sale papers and junk. Good thing to use them for. Oh, no, I like the comics. Yes, Roadkill is a channel. Yes, honey. Roadkill is Butch, and Butch has gone back out on the road, and he hauls cattle. So she wasn't sure if you actually had a real channel, Butch, or if it was just like kind of like a fun type thing. Oh, sweet. You're driving Gypsy Lou Rose. Awesome. I have got to start making my rounds again and hitting everybody's videos. It's going to take me forever to catch up, and I'm not sure I will catch up, but you guys will be seeing more of me around. This week's been intense because the boss is on vacation. Guess who gets to do all the boss's work? Ugh. Plus all mine. I'm like, I am ready for it to be Friday and be over and done with it. She is a beastly big club. Super sweet. Now, here's my question for you, honey. Is the pussy wagon going to pull Gypsy Lou Rose? John C., welcome, my dear. I think that would be extremely fitting. Oh, come on, Richard. You are anything but lazy, so that CB handle does not work. She's going to ride on it. Like I said, I'm going to have to catch back up. It seems like anymore I'm coming home, and like Monday, Chris had a live stream. Yesterday, I ended up on the couch and was like, I'm done. Today, I'm like, okay, Richard is a man of multi-talents. Now, are you using the not Regs. What is that thing called? It's not Crossfire. What's the other one, Richard? Are you using that one? The one you were telling Chris about? I can't think of the name of it. That's it, Dragon Link. Gone. And that's what you're going to put on there? To take her the 15 miles. I don't know. I would be nervous. I know you do, honey. You bring the party. And a 1.3 video. Wow. Right, Butch? 15 miles. Not with a drone. Although, that's coming. With a wing. So, lighter weight, more room, more room for error, because the wind plays big factors with them. And going 15 miles, and Butch, honey, I'm telling you, that's why I said you got to make your way up here, because FPV with a drone is one thing. FPV with a wing is a totally different experience. Holy cow, 100 plus miles? That would be insane. I hope so, honey. I really, truly hope so. Thomas, welcome, babe. Yeah, we're meeting up with a friend of ours on Saturday, and then Saturday afternoonish, we're meeting up with several friends of ours. Some we've met through YouTube, but have never physically met. Others are family. So no problem, Thomas. Kenny Cardoso, hey babe. But yeah, and then Nuba Palooza is next week. So Chris is going to be in Philly on Monday and in Baltimore area on Wednesday. So it's going to be an interesting week. Right? Stay hydrated. And the guys that he's going with, God only knows when he'll be home. But I love them and trust all my brothers, so they'll be fine. Although the last time some of these guys were together, I think they almost got arrested on a road trip. Night, Butch. Don't run too hard, babe. It's easier to drive. Oh, you'll be back? All right. I'm going to hold you to that. Doing good, John C. Glad that I am home from work. I noticed you said you're getting the hang of your new job. Now you're working with campers. Does that mean you're at like a resort or something different? Oh my God, Richard. A 30,000-mile lion doing 100 miles and 30,000 feet altitude using the exact same gear. Oh, that's definitely going to be an experience. Definitely. And I foresee you completing that mission one day, Richard. I really do. Ryan, RDFPV, welcome, dear. A dealership. Okay, gotcha. Totally understand. I won't ask. But where you said camper and it's coming summertime, I didn't know if you were like working at a resort location that had campers or rented campers. You never know. No, Ryan, not yet. Right, honey? If anybody can do it, Richard can do it. Well, 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 look who has showed up. Silver Top Flyer. Hey, Bradley. Right? Pollen sucks, period, hon. And my allergies and my sinuses, I cannot stand pollen. I always sound extremely funny in the spring and like towards the beginning, the middle of summer. It's like, can't breathe. But clean windows, let all that beautiful sunshine in. Ryan, are you excited for the Noob Tube Hump Day get together next Wednesday? Or are you excited because the guys are all coming to Baltimore and you get to fly with them all? Yes, yes. Right, Bradley? Your bathtub will never be the same. Just go get you some bleach spray and go around and get that ring off, and it'll be okay, I promise. It might take you several uses of the bathtub to get all of it off of you. Right, Ryan? Tell him, Kenny. I've been telling him. Ryan, honey, you need to put your first video up, babe. I know you can fly. The guys know you can fly because they've seen you on our live streams flying. You've been in a few of Chris's videos flying. You need to just go ahead and break the ice, babe. And believe you me, we're not judging. You've seen me fly now. Come on. You fly much better than I do. And a lot of my stuff is raw footage. So, and if not, there are plenty of people around who will help you with editing. You don't have to start out editing, babe. You really don't. It is no problem, John C. I'll check it after the stream, babe. And I totally understand about working and not being able to reply faster or whatever. Believe me, I totally understand that, babe. Don't be a dead YouTuber. I try not to be. Wacky Wednesday, you never know what's going to happen in Crystal's Crazy Corner period. You never know what we're going to discuss or anything else. But hey, Mike, how are you, babe? Hope things are doing good for you. Just got a phone call and your phone said spam. Right? Not answering that, Felicia. I keep getting this one that says unknown. And I'm like, yeah, okay, unknown, and I'm not answering. Sorry. Food Forest Permaculture. Welcome, my dear. Glad you could join me. Bill, welcome, babe. Newfound Drone Productions. Hope everybody's having a good week. Some way, some shape, some form. Even if work sucks, just hopefully, fingers crossed, Mother Nature gave you at least a couple good days. You have to look at the good in things. Somehow, some way, there's usually some little bit of an icing on a cake. You have a new friend, Bradley? A female friend? Kenny, honey, that's not always wise. You get this girl that always calls you all the time, and sometimes it's just the most inconvenient times of all. It's almost like she knows. And if you ignore that call and then you get home and you get shit from the wife, it's that woman's intuition. We always know, like, when your hands are full or when you're busy or when you're trying to concentrate or whatever, you know, that's our time to call you. It's just the way it works, babe. Eric, RC Crazy. Hey, babe. I understand that, John C. Ed, love my drones. Welcome, babe. Bob Biker. Yeah, I think this is supposed to. This is home for you on Wednesday nights usually. You are always welcome here, babe. Right, honey? Kenny, you should answer. Oh boy. Ooh. Very true. You drive for a living. Text me. I mean, I understand that. But sometimes you can't. Texts don't come across right. You'll pick up an attitude from a text, or you'll read it not exactly right. So texts don't always work. Sometimes we just have to hear your voice. Just sometimes. And I know that honey, I just need you for a quick minute usually turns into like a 30-minute conversation. Oops. Awesome, Bradley. Well, at least you know each other. That's a plus. In this crazy world, I don't know how people actually meet new people anymore, besides social media. But to actually just like go out and meet somebody new, I think that's like a dying fade. And it's kind of sad when you think about it, but it's like, I don't know how people actually meet new people anymore without going to a bar or something like that. That doesn't always lead to the best things. Be careful, Bradley. Don't trip and fall quickly. Take your time, my dear. Ed, what was for dinner? And yeah, Kenny, that's that food coma. He'll just night night, Ed. Oh, Bob's got nacho coma. Very true, honey. It's really sad. And that's why I always said, technology can be a good thing, but technology can also be a bad thing because the art of face to face communication doesn't happen a lot anymore. Ryan, honey, there's only one kind of vet. I don't think Bradley's talking about the one that you take the animals to. Now, John C., I have to know, where are you finding that GoPro for $20? Because I did look, and I know you can get a GoPro Hero 3 Silver Plus at Walmart online for $59.99, but I've not found one for $20 yet. A Super Rider. Now, is that some type of sub, Ed? You said filled with roast beef, turkey, chicken, and ham, and some of that green stuff in there. Yeah, they call that lettuce, but around here we kind of like call that rabbit food. Well, Eric, your dad got extremely lucky if he got a GoPro for $5 at the Goodwill. Gotcha. eBay with a beginning bid of $29.90. Exactly, honey. You can't. There is no good screening on social media. I mean, Rusty was showing me yesterday or the day before on Snapchat, and I'm sure you guys have all heard about this lately. On Snapchat, they have a photo filter where you can make yourself look like the opposite sex. So, are you even talking to a woman or not? And Rusty said that a lot of people have said that they've already been catfished by that. So, you just you have to be careful. In this world, you definitely have to be careful. There are still some great people out there, but just remember, for every good person out there, there's one of those that may not be so good. Right? Well, Kenny, I mean, if you're offering up a GoPro 2 charger case, 70 or 70 batteries, woo, 7 batteries for $60, the guy was probably thinking, yeah, that's too good a deal. He's going to change his mind and I better get this quick. Right, honey? It's already confusing enough, and then you add in these photo filters that are changing your sex. I mean, it's almost like you don't really stand a chance anymore. JP Slayer Racing, welcome, my dear. Glad you could join me. Well, see, Kenny, that's how a lot of us think. If you haven't used it, somebody else can use it and enjoy it. Why not give them a better price, a fair price? You know what I mean? Maybe even come down if you know that they really can use it and can't afford it. But that's what this community, I have noticed, is very famous for, is always looking out and helping others. And that's hard to find in this world anymore. I mean, just like meeting real people. It's like, okay, honey, I wish I could do that. If I don't use something for a year, it's got to go. Chris would kill me. Kenny, Bill's in the market for an action cam. Looking for 60 to 80 Canadian. Any suggestions, babe? Bob, honey, I don't suggest you chop that off and throw it out. Some things you're just stuck with if you haven't used in over a year, right? Well, knowing is half of the battle. So, Kenny, here's what you got to do, babe. You got to keep your eyes and ears open. And if you see or hear of anything, you got to get up with Bill. And it's so funny the way that this little crazy earth that we live on happens, because the same thing happened. Chuck It FPV was looking for a GoPro Hero 5, I think it was. And he wanted it either refurbished or new. And he did not want it from eBay. And he did not want to pay full price. Like, okay, that's a job, but it's all right. So it was so funny because a few people threw him links, eBay links. And this man had clearly said, I don't want it from eBay. So it was about 3 or 4 days later. Just so happened that in the Facebook group I run, Drones Buy, Sell, and Trade, somebody posted a brand new GoPro Hero Session 5. And I screenshotted it and I sent it straight to him. And I'm like, look at this. And he's like, do you know him? And I'm like, no, I can't say I do. I said, but he's out your way. He's in California, so check him out. Next thing you know, Chuck It had his GoPro. So I appreciate you hanging out, honey Lulu. Thank you so much, my dear. Hope you enjoy your evening, and I hope you have an amazing time this weekend in Alabama. Later, John C. I know it's hard getting used to working and everything else. Believe it or not, Eric, Chuck is from California. His house is actually in California. He does a lot of the West Coast and Midwest runs. So, yeah, Ed, Honey is going to a huge competition, RC competition this weekend in Alabama. So, you'll have to check out the videos. Maybe you'll see some scenery that reminds you of home, babe. Okay, here you go, Eric. This one will probably blow your mind. Night Train, are you still in here, babe? That's not bad at all. So that's what they came out with. I'd heard, all right, Night Train, honey, where are you from originally, babe? Not where you live now. Where are you from originally? So DJI's release hit the market today. The Osmo Action. Now, Eric, did you picture Night Train as a Cali guy? See, just remember, looks can be extremely deceiving. You know, that just general picture that you have in your mind of where somebody is originally from. You know what I mean? And then you're like, what? So they have released the Osmo Action is it waterproof? Because I did not get a chance to check it out today. Because, I mean, they were talking underwater and all of that. Now, how waterproof is this thing? Is it just a dunk? Is it like a snorkel type thing? Or is it more along the lines of like a scuba dive type thing? It can go deeper than the GoPro. Not bad at all. And it's $349. Would have been $299, but those tariffs kind of like kicked into play. And guys, get ready, because I was getting emails from my vendors at work a month ago. Possible huge price increases. And I mean, that's on electrical supplies. And that goes from anything from wire to light switches to generators, the whole nine. Light bulbs. See, told you, Ed. I was shocked as well. I thought for sure that Mike was like the country boy. You know what I mean? And I was like, what do you mean he's from California? Ryan, Chris is out at the park flying. You know that new spot that he was telling you about? Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's enjoying that passion. No, Eric, I had no idea that you lived in Cali. Whoa, wait a minute. Eric, were you in the Navy or was that as a child? Oh, it has a screen on the front. Stabilization is better than the GoPro 7. Damn, and I've heard that's really good. 30 frames per second at 4K in HDR mode. Eh. Eh. That's, yeah. He's flying by himself, Ryan. Ooh, Amway Commodore V1 goggles. I'm not honestly sure, Bill. I know Amway is a good name. I don't know. That would be a question for Chris. Wow, you were born in Hawaii. See, I would have never pictured you being born in Hawaii either. You thought Mike was from Middle Earth? Stationed in Monterey, Cali for 4 years. Crazy. Right, Kenny? I just stayed in Hawaii too. Now, is Tiff from New York? I understand that. Your stepdad was in the Navy, so you were moving all over the place growing up. It's good in some ways, but in others, it's not so good. You know what I mean? All the uprooting and bouncing here and there and here and there and having to make new friends. And I don't know. A friend of mine I went to school with married a guy in the Navy, and he's a higher ranked officer now. He's put in his time, still in the Navy, and they were stationed in Hawaii for, God, I think it was either 4 or 6 years. And when it was time for her to move, oh my God, they moved her from Hawaii to Norfolk, Virginia. Now, the good thing about it is her mom is here in Maryland, and from where I am to Norfolk is probably 3-4 hour drive. So she is closer to her family. He is now halfway across the country from his family. But from what I've heard and from what she's told me and the people that she met there, Hawaii is where her heart is. Gotcha. Now, when your third sister was born, was your stepdad out of the military at that time? Tiff said, "Yep, I was born in New York." Now wait, Eric's telling me you're from Pennsylvania, and you're telling me you're from New York. They're very close, but you know there is that line that divides those two. I have never been off the East Coast, so the places you all talk about are all Googled for me and YouTube, and that's how I get to travel and see those things. But let me hit the lottery and look out. You might not get me back from some of those places. I may end up living or live streaming from Hawaii on every Wacky Wednesday, but I don't think y'all would complain. Right, Ed? While you were in Hawaii, if you said, "What a beautiful crick," they'd look at you as if to say, number one, what the hell is a crick? Or no, I'm sorry, number one, what the hell did you say? Number two, what the hell is a crick? And where are you from? Because you are not from around here. Lived in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and New York. East Coast lady. Good night, Bradley. Thank you so much for joining me, babe. Really appreciated it. Stop back by more. Right? Not from this neck of the woods. Right, Kenny? That's what I've heard. Maui, all of those type places have just like, I don't know, blew up in price. I swear the only way I'll ever get to see some of these places if I don't win the lottery is if I volunteer to do inventory at our locations that are in these exotic locales. But do I really want to do inventory for an entire weekend while I'm in a beautiful locale like Hawaii? Yeah, I'm not so sure. That'd be one of those. Where's Crystal? I don't know, man. She was at the hotel and she said she'd meet us over here. And yep. Oh yeah, right, Ed. Inventory sucks, but it is a way to travel and see because they have locations in Alaska. They have locations in Hawaii. They have locations in They have 600 locations. So, and that's only in the U.S. I was also informed that we have locations in Australia. So Mars and Kaz. I don't think they'd really fly me halfway across the world to go do inventory. But if they're willing, I'll go count in Australia. Because number one, I'm going to go find one of those drop bears, as Mars calls it, because I think koala bears are just like adorable no matter what. And Beluga honey, I'm going to have to put in the word to get a location in Portugal because I'll gladly go do the inventory there. Most fun place I've been is I'm going to slaughter that. So you've been to Spain. Oh, listen to you. Literally an island with, here you go, guys, nothing but beaches, women, and incredible nightclubs. Who wants to take the next trip with Kenny to Spain? Richard, that's not fair. You're bouncing all over the place, too. Texas, Libya, Colorado, New Mexico, Alaska. You know where I've lived? Here, 2 streets away, and in a little dinky town called St. Martin's Neck. It's not even a town. It's like you blink and you miss it. Actually, Ed, it all depends on the size of the location, because for our inventory, and here's the thing, you get to volunteer. They ask if anybody wants to, and you get to volunteer. Right? But they brought in, well, we had 50 people. They brought in 56 people. Now, most of the inventories that they get people to do aren't acquisitions. Our inventory lasted 4 days because it was an acquisition. We actually had our inventory done in like a day and a half, but then there was 3 audits that went behind that inventory because, of course, with an acquisition, they wanted to know what they were really truly getting. And I can't blame them, but oh my God, it drove us crazy. So normally, an inventory is only like a day, 2 days at the most. And when they leave, they roll out on Thursday. They'll get there on Friday. You count until about 8, 9 o'clock. You get up the next day, you go in, you finish it up, and then you got till Sunday. So, yeah, dude, I'll get my sightseeing in if I get to places like that. Oh, now John's rubbing it in. He's been to Spain and Australia. Ooh, Night Train says, ooh boy, got that Noob Tube prize in my hands. That's right, guys. Tonight, over on the Noob Tube Hump Day, starting at 9 in 20 minutes, there's going to be a giveaway. Hot dog straps. And Mike, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but I thought I heard not just one giveaway, but 2. But that may have changed. Exactly, more than 1. See, guys? And let me tell you, for those of you who don't know, hot dog straps aren't your normal straps. These are higher quality, handmade, very nice buckles. And no, I don't work for Hot Dog, but guys, they're well worth it. There is a giveaway tonight over there, one for the general chat and one for super chat donators. So, Kenny, that's just because it's Wacky Wednesday. And I mean, come on now, it's like par for the course. So every time you hear hot dog strap, you're thinking we're talking about something besides a goggle strap. I mean, that's just par for the course. I mean, even Ed knows that. Food Forest Permaculture, thank you so much for joining me, my dear. I hope you have a wonderful evening, babe. Holy cow, Eric, you went to 26 different schools before you graduated. And we think 2 or 3 is too many. And you're going to that many. Right, Night Train? Get your strap on, Kenny. Kenny just lost power. Somebody done flipped his switch. No, you don't, Mike. You meant exactly how you typed it. Don't try to backpedal now and say, darn, autocorrect. Yes, John, they are for goggles. Hang on a second. I think I can show you a sec. Hey. Do you have your combo strap on your goggles? Alrighty, look, I got goggles.
What up, boo?
And an MD. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Out ripping. Yeah, you gotta love the dog.
See?
Actually, hang on, I got a perfect little thing for you.
They are very nice.
They do, and if you guys know fat sharks, right? What's your number one downfall of your fat shark while you're flying? Smacked in the cheek with a battery, because your battery just goes bloop and pops out, right? You would never lose your battery out of that.
Not with these.
I've knocked my module off if I've lost my battery.
Right, Mike. They also do other straps, lanyards, battery straps.
Here you go.
Harold here. You haven't been over to the store for a while. You gotta get on over there and check out some of that hot dog stuff. Get your wieners wrapped up right.
There you go, Kenny. It's that strap-on we were talking about, babe.
That ain't hot dog thing. It's just the Harold Wiener, but we just show it. I think I found my prop tonight.
The one you lost?
No.
Oh.
HQs?
I thought you meant them little teeny ones.
I think I'm done with HQs.
Oh, guys, you heard it. I don't think I heard it right, but
I think I found Gem Fans 51, 52s to be mine. Now
look, John said Dow props.
Even the Cyclones, yeah, I've seen them to be a little bit more pitch. HQs are real fast. I had Gem Fan 51, 52s on the Dark Max. I was over there, done it all around whatever way I wanted to go. I broke the tip off of one, changed the HQs, game over. It wasn't over, but I mean, I had more, to do more kind of stuff. I was like, you just showed me something. Power looping, I could do the short power loops with the 51.
Yeah, 52. Ryan's been wondering where you were.
Yeah, I've been out and about. I went to spot and they were playing ball over there this late. Think about that in the dark. I didn't think about stadium lights. Well, so I found a church on Hobbs Road and was digging it. So, yeah. Actually, planes come over real low.
The one at the end?
You come around Hobbs Road and you pass what's the school down there? The girls' school.
This is not a girls' school. It's just a private school.
Private school, whatever. Yeah, you come around that sharp bend and then start to come back up. It's a church right down the
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nice spot.
Welcome back, John C.
Had an epic flight, and guess what? Didn't turn the GoPro on. But I got DVR footage. So go over, check out your hot dog, Harold. Get your wieners.
It's crazy. Right, John? Gem Fans with the little thingies on the ends. Great description. Everybody's going to be looking, and it's like, okay, wait. Do they have little thingies on the ends? Try 5149 flash, but not on high kV motors. See, I'm going to have to hit you guys up because I know what's coming next. Hey, hon, I need new props. Yeah, I know, right, Ryan? What? MD don't like HQ props? What? It's a strange world tonight. But yeah, honestly, hot dog straps, quality products. You can just order straight from the site, or at times they also do custom orders, so you can have your own logos on your goggle straps, on your lanyards. He has LED strips. They're under the shelf. Well, look out, Ryan. I guess you're going to start having to try out different props now, too. I guess I'm just going to have to get more LED light strips. Yes, John C. A GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver is a good starting GoPro. That's what... Huh? Yeah. That's what Chris started out with.
And it works great.
Yeah, to this day, it still works great.
And it still works great. I got that.
Or like, well, it all depends on what you're going to use it for, John C. Because the size of the Hero 3 Plus Silver, and for that price, that's a great price. But that size is nice for your hands. What Mike is talking about, Night Train, is the sessions, which are little teeny tiny cubes. I say little teeny, but I mean they're smaller than the Hero 3. But I don't believe you're going to find one of these for $20. But see, that's the thing, Night Train. He's found a GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver for right around $20.
If not, give me the link.
So, yeah, I mean, it is a good starting GoPro. I don't think... I'm not the one to talk, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, I don't really think GoPro put out a bad GoPro.
Yeah, all GoPros are pretty good. They're just expensive.
Well, just like I told you, at times you're paying for quality, so... Right? For price to get going and a vlog and things like that, yeah, definitely. A Wasp HD cam. Cheap GoPro knockoff. There's quite a few of them out there. Everybody always aim for the GoPro.
Neil has one that is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's right there with GoPro. Actually, he said it's better than his GoPro.
Ryan said, you got him hooked on HQ. Now, you don't like HQ. So what prop should he use on all his 5 inches?
You're probably good, Ryan, with your angle mode. I found with acro, they're a lot faster. I saw that. I don't know what tonight that made me see that, but it made me see it.
Laduga said try 5149 flash, but not on high KV motors.
Yeah, the flash. I've had those too before. And the little 3-inch I have, they run like almost like what the 5152s are, little gem fans. And that flies great. So good. It should have given me a hint a while back. And we were running these before on the Dark Max, but they're really, 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 really fast and oscillation and stuff. But now that I'm tuning, it seems to be the prop. So I don't know what made me see that tonight. I don't know. Just something was like night and day. I guess flying that with those props and crashing it, and then switching the props made me see it. Richard, what's up?
Richard got the fly today.
Bob Micah,
and he's waiting on one more part before he gets to take his wing about 15 miles.
I know, he's been teasing you.
Oh, no, he was teasing us all, talking about running 100 miles.
Yeah, true, Mike. The new beta flight, that makes a big... Actually, the Dark Max is running old beta flight, though. I think almost 3.2, I want to say.
Brad, welcome, my dear. Let me tell you something, okay? And I'm
Brad,
believe
welcome.
me, this is coming straight from the heart.
Everybody,
okay?
I can't see everybody here.
Brad is upset because he's lost a couple subs.
Kenny.
And it's slowing him down, trying to make money on YouTube. We all can understand that. Although I will never monetize, I will not be the one to make a dime on YouTube. That's not what I'm here for. But for those who are, do not get hung up looking at that little number.
Mine goes
Because
up and down all the
let
time.
me tell you something, okay?
I lost.
In a year and a half, I have hit
I've lost
1,020 times. That's how many times I've gone above it, fallen below it, and come back. Right now, I'm under it again. So I guess it'll be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. When does it ever stop? You will always lose people. Either YouTube will just unclick, and we've all seen this. YouTube will do a purge and get rid of accounts that are inactive, dead, whatever. People have a bad day and they unclick.
I heard when you get a new sub, like if you have a subscriber that you haven't been to in a long time, you guys haven't interact, they take that subscriber away when you get a new one. That's just what I heard through the grapevine. How true that is, I'm not sure. I don't do the politics. I just ride the wave.
But you will go up, you will go down. You will go up, you will go down. You will go up, you will go down. You know what? Don't get hooked on that little number because you will get disappointed. If you get hung up in that, you will end up getting depressed when YouTube does its purge, which they do it all the time. All the time. You just don't hear about it. You only hear about it when they do a major purge. When they do a major purge, even the biggest YouTubers lose. When they lose, they're losing hundreds to thousands.
I lost.
So, I mean,
16 in the purge, I think.
Brad, honey, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. You can start out today and have one. You go on a live stream, you pick up a few. The next thing you know, you get up the next day and they're gone. It happens, babe. It happens to everybody on YouTube. It's not just you. And whatever you do, hun, don't take it personal. Do not take it personal at all. Because if you do, that's when you're going to get depressed about the numbers. Right. Night Train's right. YouTube has to purge. They have to purge the dead accounts or the long inactive accounts to keep their servers clean. If they don't keep their servers clean, we're going to be buffering all the time.
If you guys ever played video games, if you ever played Xbox, think of Xbox. Think about when you're Xbox and you're on there and they're just like lagging so bad and all of a sudden they do an update. That's because they went by the dev team and cleaned all the bad servers, that accounts that ain't doing nothing. It's just they're drawing whatever they call it.
Brad, honey, let me explain something to you, okay? You're saying you have to make money on YouTube since you're on Social Security disability, and this is why you need to do this. What you may not understand is YouTube reports all income. They don't care if they give you 5 cents. They don't care if they give you thousands of dollars. YouTube reports all of that income for every person to the IRS, which then in turn reports it to Social Security, welfare, and everything else. So I know with Social Security disability, you can only make a limited amount of money on top of your disability. And I know that for a fact because both my parents are on Social Security disability. But you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? And people think, oh, I'll get on YouTube, I'll get big, I'll start doing live streams, and I'll get super chats. Well, super chat is also through another company that also reports all of that income. So whatever income you're making, that's not off the books. Not at all. Everybody thinks it is, and they think, oh, well, I don't report it to my income taxes, so it doesn't matter. You might not, but YouTube is a big enough corporation that they do. So the IRS and everybody else already knows what money you're making. So you have to be extremely careful with looking to make money on the side, because with YouTube, there is a clear and definite paper trail. And you're very true, Kenny. It's actually good when YouTube purges because it removes the dead subs. And just like Mike said, you know, you don't want to get to doing all the follow crap all the time. You want to have real subs for your channel. And I really truly think that, like, our channels here and our live streams, you know, you've heard me, how many times have you guys heard me say, we're family? And I mean that. And you guys know that. So we've celebrated the highs, the lows, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, you know, whatever. But that's the bond that we have. You know, it's about content. It's not about numbers. You know, if you come to YouTube for research, you're not going to look at how many subscribers somebody has. Exactly, Night Train. A sub is nothing if they don't have interest in what you're doing. They'll never be back. And where they don't come back, YouTube will purge them from your channel. So you gotta watch. You might not have to file the 1099, Brad, but if you get super chats and monetization, both of those run together, you can easily hit that $700 within a few months. And then what? Is your Social Security disability worth being reduced or even being lost for YouTube? And will YouTube continue to have monetization? Will YouTube continue to even exist in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? And if it doesn't, what happens then? I know how hard it is to get Social Security disability. My father was a truck driver. He destroyed his back. He had to get lawyers. He had to fight. My parents almost lost everything waiting for him to get his Social Security disability. And he worked on the side. And he got caught. And you know what? He almost lost everything all over again. Got to weigh out your options, my dear. It's just like the old saying said. And my grandmother was one who was dead set on it. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because what happens if you drop your basket? There went all your eggs. What happens if you trip? There goes all your eggs. Just be careful, Brad. No, Kenny, what I was saying is you can make $700 with Super Chat and monetization together. So, you know, depending on what your content is and if it's trending, and that's another thing. Be careful falling into trending traps. Because what's trending now might not be trending tomorrow. The way I look at YouTube is be yourself. Do what you enjoy. And it will never be a job. It will continue to be fun. It will continue to be a hobby. And you don't have to put in a ton of work like at a job that you hate. Yes, that is what monetization is, Brad. The commercials that are showed on your site. But I don't know if you understand that YouTube has recently changed its rules so that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and a minimum of 4,000 watch hours on your channel before you can even apply for monetization to be paid from YouTube. To get 4,000 watch hours, you got to put out a whole lot of content. So you're putting in a whole lot of work before you're even going to make a dime. And here's something else you may not know. You have to apply to YouTube to become monetized. It's not just hit the threshold and hit the subscribers. If they don't like something, they don't have to allow you to be monetized. So there's a whole lot of ifs that fall into play there. Oh, just regular AdSense. To make $700, you have to get 175,000 views or more. That's a lot.
That's work.
Oh, okay. 4,000 hours in the previous year.
So you gotta hit that each year then. You gotta do the threshold too, right? You gotta hit that $100 threshold every time you pull, right? Every time you collect, you have to hit that again to collect again.
But Duga, honey, I can't afford the Matchbox one either because I haven't made a single dime off YouTube. So you and I are in the same boat, babe. But I agree with you, honey. YouTube for me is just for fun. Just for fun. And the benefits to me are the people that I have met in my live streams, the people that I have met through Chris and his live streams and our channels, and then the people that I physically get to meet in person thanks to our hobby. That's what the benefit of YouTube is for me. Right, Kenny, that's the main thing right there. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, Bill is looking at getting rid of his Amway.
Yeah, we're talking now.
Right, but he wanted to know what would be a fair asking price, and I said, "Well, Amway's a great name, I know that, but I'm not sure what a good asking price is."
I got a camera. I'm just kind of figuring out what to trade or not because I'm trying to think if Russell will use them or
He
not.
said yes, $100 threshold. So that's another thing. Okay, that $100 threshold
on views.
You got to make $100 in an account that they hold before you can even apply to get your money back. So it's not like, oh, this video did great. I made $10. Let me have my $10. I need it. I need it now. I've got something to pay for. Nope.
I got $135 that I built up in there, and they just said, you did something illegal. We're not paying you. So, okay.
Brad Hunt, it takes time.
I'm down with it.
Because for the longest time, Chris wanted to meet up and meet people who flew, and there was nobody. There was absolutely nobody around us. And, well, there was people around us.
I'll be drones coming Saturday.
But, we just didn't know it.
Exactly, Kenny.
And, you know, now, 2.5 years, almost 3 years into this, now we are getting to meet a lot of different people. We've met Josh. We meet up with Josh all the time. Josh Withrow from the NoobTube. We meet up with E-Drone.
Next week.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. We got an epic weekend coming. And, yeah, Chris just kind of like let the cat out of the bag. I just told him that we were meeting up with somebody that we've known for quite a while. Finally physically meeting in person. I'll be drone. Dano is coming on Saturday. And then we're taking Dano to meet Josh, E-Drone, Chuck It. So, yeah, it's going to be an amazing weekend. It's going to be an amazing
week. Try to get into the multi-GP track Sunday. We're having a big meet up there for the noob. So I'm going to try to get him up there. He's going to stay Saturday into Sunday, but he's got like a 4.5-hour ride home. So depending on what time it is, I forget the time. I'm terrible on them. But, yeah, he's going to try to make it up there and get him to run through some gates.
What, the Fun Fly?
Yeah, what time was that? Like 1, wasn't it?
1 to 5.
1 to 5?
And he also has a 4-hour drive, so think of that.
Well, he's old. He goes home. He don't do nothing.
Right, John? Wow, Dano, awesomeness.
Yeah, dude.
For sure. For sure.
John.
Yeah, right, John? Come on, I'm still waiting. And I'm sure Ed's done passed out with his food coma by now, but
Lewis is already floating. He's on his way over. He built him a raft. He's just cruising.
I can agree with that, Baduga. But the way I kind of look at it is, I'm not going to knock anybody for anything they do on YouTube
Night,
because
Kenny.
it is theirs. But night, Kenny. Totally understand that, babe. Hopefully they get it back on before 11. At least they got the fire put out. But live streams do hurt creator content. They honestly do. Because everywhere you look, there's a live stream. There's a live stream constantly. And some people, that's all they ever do is nothing but live stream. But like I said, I'm not going to knock anybody's ambition or what they want to do. Me personally, I'm with y'all 1 night a week on this one. Night, Brad. And, no, you're right. You're absolutely right, Baduga. Nothing against live streams. Just stating a fact. When you're sitting on a live stream for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Hell, some people do it all day. And then it's like, well, shit, I've got 30 notifications from other people who've put up videos. I'm tired. I'm going to get off YouTube. Well, guess what? Those 30 people who actually put time, money, heart, pride in their videos. You just said you weren't interested. Is that fair to a content creator? No. Because honestly, it's easy. Oh, okay, you were just telling Kenny bye. Gotcha. Understand, Brad. You were just saying, you could sit and talk about anything or nothing. But when you actually go out and buy something, and we all have, every single one of us has put money into a hobby that we share on YouTube, or put money into a passion or a craft or whatever, an item you review. You still put money in it while you were filming. You're still putting your time into it. You know what? That's the most valuable thing in the world, is your time. And then nobody watches? That's a little disheartening. That's more than a little disheartening. And no, Baduga, I know you have absolutely nothing against live streams, or you would not be on any of them. I totally understand that. But you're right. And if you go back and do some research on YouTube, YouTube did not used to allow. Whoa. You are not a new guy, my dear. Were your ears burning the other day? I was just talking about you. Welcome back, Whirlin' Latty Drama. I have missed you, babe. Guys, if you don't know, and a lot of you guys don't know,
What?
Mr. Whirlin' Latty Drama was with MD95 TSI way back.
Good to see you, bro.
So you are not a new guy, my dear. And I'm glad you stopped in tonight. I really appreciate it.
Like,
That's why I said it a little louder. I knew somebody's ears would perk up on that one. Thank you, Bill Hunt. I really appreciate that.
Bill, I'm debating. I have a camera, but I have like the cord I use for my sessions, and then I want to do it, but then Russell kind of, if he'd say, yeah, I'll use the shit out of them, I'm like, okay, not just get another cord. But I have a Hero 5 Black. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but I'm thinking hard on it. If no one else.
That's what I said, Baduga. You know, we buy things for our hobby. Our hobby. We buy things for our passion. And then we share that on YouTube. And, you know, it takes time.
Actually, Lewis, I'm getting ready
to
to
put up
this out.
A video and everything.
I'm thinking if we send it a flat bubble envelope, a small, tiny envelope, just a little bit bigger than that, that should make it with it. To the mail.
Baduga, what do you think? You know your customs area better than I do.
It'd make it, won't it? If we put it in an envelope a little bit bigger
if
than
it was going to Canada, I say, yeah, it'd slide through.
In,
Portugal, I don't know.
A bubble envelope, like a yellow vanilla envelope. Like a piece of mail, more or less. I think it'll make it. What you think, Lewis?
Night, Richard.
Tell me, yeah.
Hopefully Mother Nature cuts you some more slack.
Night, Richard. The one I have is the GoPro Hero 5 Black.
Big, small, big.
Normal size. But I'm not sure. I use it a little bit, not much.
Baduga, honey, you have some amazing points, and I really totally appreciate that. Your shirt's passed.
I
didn't get your shirt. You didn't pass it to me. Come on now, you got to pass it to me.
I think it will make it, dude. It's gonna suck if they grab it and it don't make it, because I really want you to have it. And then if this works, I know I can get you the batteries. I'll just put the batteries separate than this. That way, if you open up, and go, what the hell? Throw it back in the pack, send it to you.
He said, put it in an Eoshin EO11 box. I don't know if I have one of those boxes.
So you've gotten that before with no problem? Oh, because you're thinking it's going to have to be marked. Like they're going to have to see like a package of what it is.
Hell, I can put it in an electrical box quick and send it. Oh, look. He's getting, that's strange. Why is he getting stuff from America that's not going to work over here?
An Eoshin box. But I know somebody out there does. If any of you guys got an Eoshin box, it should fit in there. I wish I still had the box for this.
Brad says, does the GoPro have Wi-Fi ability?
Yes, it's Wi-Fi, GPS, it's all kinds of stuff.
No, Brad. No, you will not. Okay? If you show your face, I doubt seriously if you're going to lose your subscribers. And let me tell you something. If you do,
you see this mug?
If you do, you don't need those kind of subscribers in the first place, babe. You really, truly don't. People are always going to judge. And, you know, that's, I guess, and maybe judge is the wrong word. Because I was having this conversation with Chris the other day. You know, people think that they're always being judged, or people are always judgmental, but some people just have a stronger opinion. He said all under €30 value will pass.
That's $100 drone dinner. No, keep it this motherfucker. So, hey guys, anyone out there? So here's what I want to do, guys. Lewis doesn't have a brushless swoop. I have now. Doesn't matter. I think like 3 or 4. But anyway, I want to give this to Lewis. So if you guys have a JJRC, say H36 box, it should fit in there. Here's the. I'm used to carrying my phone around me all the time now, so I used to take that in my hand. Here is the
Baduga said, "Get a cheap box."
So just a small
drone box that's under €30. You know him. He's overanalyzing. I'm going to have to figure something
No, I'm
out for
getting
you,
what he's
Paducah.
saying. I'm getting what he's saying because it's like Canada. It's like if you want to try to ship, say, Thomas want to send us a bottle of beer. Well, he's not in Canada, but anyway.
I was going to say,
if
what?
you wanted to send like a bottle of beer to like Canada, like Bill, I'm saying like you can't because I know it's not like legit, so it's not a Budweiser on a label and stuff. So I know what he's saying. It's got to be in a box, and they want to see it's cheap. Hey, this thing's probably worth like a H36. I mean,
He said a Furby H36?
Yes, this is the Furby. Thank you. So this is the Furby. So you see, it would so go in a Furby box.
Anybody got a Furby box?
Yeah, anybody has a Whoop box laying around,
Whoop, whoop.
I'll pay you shipping just to ship me the box.
Text Oliver.
He's probably got one.
Exactly.
I don't know. No, he does a lot of dealing online.
And that's why I said he's probably got the box.
I'll find something. But I want to do it. I want to give it to him so bad. I just want to. Here, bro. And then I got batteries.
RJ's RC said, just push the return to Portugal button.
Where is that?
Lewis, honey, you wouldn't know what to do, babe. Special delivery from MD.
And then once I get you the drone, we're gonna do this a little bit at a time. We get you the drone first, and then I'm gonna get you these batteries. The 550s from Beta FPV. So, oh, actually, there's another one. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, Brad, are you talking about the little Furby things that used to have the batteries and they had like the little plastic beak and their little eyeballs would, and they talk.
RJ, what's up?
My mother had one of those. I was ready to chunk it.
This is a Furby.
That's not a Furby.
This is the Tooth Fairy. This one comes visit you and puts money under your pillow when you lose teeth. It's actually cool because it's the...
That's not true because Wayne dressed up like the Tooth Fairy and he didn't look anything like that.
Got the 5-inch and the 3-inch. Yeah. Papa Bear, Baby Bear.
Where's Goldilocks?
Mama Bear.
Oh, he's crazy. Y'all see what I have to put up with, right? He's crazy.
We're gonna do that, Lewis. I want to do that like tomorrow. I'm gonna try.
You got to get the box first.
I'll find a box, believe me.
No, Chris, it has to be a drone box. If you send them something that is not a drone box, you're gonna cause the eyebrows to raise.
What's the Simla X20 sell for?
I don't know.
I got that box. But then you have a picture on the box and they'll look and they'll be like, oh, no, it look the same. Like, no, your ass is blind. It is the same.
I'll figure something out, Baduga.
Yeah, we got to.
I will. If I have to go on my Facebook group and say, hey, look, I need a Whoop box, who's going to sell it to me?
I'm risking losing the drone. I mean,
you're not going to lose it. It's going to make it to Baduga.
If they keep it, they keep it. But I really wish they wouldn't. I got to find the Fly Sky receiver too and put it into it.
I wonder. No.
So you can fly it with your Fly Sky.
I know in the mail there's no way to track it though. That's the thing that sucks.
No, not going to him. It's not going to.
That's what I said. Yeah. It'd tell me when it hits customs, but it won't tell me when it hits his house.
Right.
Who? Us? We're crazy? Come on, baby. It's Crystal's crazy corner. I freely admit me. I'm crazy. Look at who I'm married to. And look at what his hobby is.
I got the Beta 75X and the Mobula, and I just got 3 more today, so I don't need it. Like, I want you to fly. So you can take and see if you can do the 2-mile flight that you did with your other one. While you're in the car in front of you.
Yeah, Brad, you're right. He's about 5,000 miles away, that's for sure. It was ironic because I went to Assateague, where they have the ponies, and I was doing a live stream one night, and Baduga says, hey, look out towards the horizon. He said, I'm waving at you, because he's straight across. Just a long ways away.
You know what we need to do one night?
Oh, don't tell me you want to sit there and try to play with a flashlight. That's not going to work.
No, we'll look on the map, we'll get lined up with you, right? We'll line ourselves up from all that miles away, right in Romy candle.
That's not going to work either.
And then see if we can see it.
No, that's not going to work. No. Oh, can't you see this now, Bill? Do you see what I go through?
We did. I tell you what, I will put a camera bird 3,000 feet in the air with blinking lights and see if you can see it.
No, here's the question. Baduga, have you ever?
Laser. There you go,
No. Have you ever, Baduga, been able to visually see one of the SpaceX rockets that has been launched from the United States?
Yeah, right.
Because if he can't see that, then he's not going to see your Roman candle. Exactly. The Earth's flat, right? Yeah, it is. And it's not thick at all, especially not thick with a triple C.
Okay, Ocean City, dude, that's in theory, right? You can't go no further on road at that point. So when you go so far out, like you can just see like this, right? So it starts to round off. Now, if Lewis is down in the middle of the Earth, that's going to be, but he's right on the water. So we're, you know what I mean? I'm not actually on a hill. He's going to be.
RJ's RC said, send it in a Pampers box for the dancing baby.
There you go.
Just wrap some diapers. That's an idea. That is definitely smuggling.
Yes. Yeah, right? And the next thing you know, Lewis going to be like, oh, they must have hand-delivered this. They're going to be like, put your hands behind your back.
Right, Bill? I don't know. Yes, Baduga the rockets.
He said if he saw a rocket, he would start running. He'd be like, hey, bombing, run! He said on TV?
No, not on TV. Outside looking up and go, what the hell is that? And then find out later that we were the idiots who launched a rocket to space again.
Trust me, I've been known to blow things up. I can make a flash he would see. No problem.
Oh, you were dreaming. You are so dreaming.
That would be cool, though. And then have him capture that on footy and then put the footy up. That would be epic. Like, this fool is like, I don't know how many miles away. And look, you see that little tiny... We need an E-hang, bro, to 158.
What, the one that flies?
Yeah, one getting right.
You don't drive
guys,
something that flies.
I wish everyone could be at Newpalooza. Oh, do I wish everyone could be at Newpalooza. You don't know. I know something.
Oh, I tell you.
Bring a helmet.
Anytime that you guys are all together, I think we all need a helmet.
Yeah. Helmets are good. Good protection.
Yes, they did, dancing baby. Somebody has called for you.
The dancing baby is here. Oh, what?
Someone call for moi? Si, oui. Yes, all of the above. Oh, no, Baduga's done timed out the dancing baby.
Guys, I got something here that I was able to do a comparison on. Guess what this is?
He was here and gone. Here and go.
This is the actual Armatan Rosta, the real one, right? Well, guess what? I looked all over that clone that I got, and they're the same. There's nothing different besides this ear being aluminum and this one being titanium. See?
Bob said he's getting kind of fatter at his equator. Are you saying gravity is not working with you, Bob?
But identical to the real one. I'm telling you guys, they're them clones. Somebody got Duke's recipe.
Well, if you think about it, it's not only drones. I mean, think of how many copycat ideas
they're definitely
are made all the time.
This is for RDF.
And at times, just like we were talking about with the GoPro, sometimes the copycats are right there, and if not better. Now, Brad, which carbon fiber look better? Hold those bottoms up one more time.
Oh, come on, don't go comparing my carbon now.
No, honestly, I want to see if Brad and I agree. Which carbon fiber looks better? This one or this one?
They get together.
Jake, welcome, dear.
And then I'll hold it like, look, there he is. Jake, what up, brother? He's like, hey, hold up. That's my damn rooster. We doing it. You should know
You're
Ryan's
just Bob.
in here to go
Apparently,
build.
we're going to be several ounces later at the equator.
So let's go on this side now, and that'll show you guys. Jake, I compared this thing, dude, down to the T, and it is right on the money. It's enough on the money. I guarantee I could break this one and use the receipt and get them to replace it. Guarantee. All but the aluminum ear. That's the only difference I'm seeing in this. Good job.
Okay, so you think the one with the propellers on it actually has carbon fiber that looks better?
That's all I gotta say, Brad. Because, bro, this is the $100 frame, and this is the $35, $40 frame.
But see, I told you that earlier.
But
I thought that carbon fiber looked better.
I have hit a tree at 80 mile an hour and cartwheeled about 200 feet and never busted nothing on this thing. So it's cool to have the real deal and then compare them both. And it is, I mean, identical down to the thickness of the plates. Now, I guarantee the carbon is going to be a better quality in this because it just makes sense. You're paying much more money for it. So when it comes to breakage, which Ryan will never break this thing, I guarantee you. But I like comparing them. Apples and oranges.
I agree, John C. He said, I'm not a true drone nut, but the real frame looks a little better for design.
It's honestly, the carbon's the same pattern. The only thing I see difference is this carbon has a more shine to it. But taking effect that mine's done been out, flown, hit the mud.
But Duga said, go bust the rooster now to make them even.
Oh, dude, hey, Jake. Right, hey, Jake, here's the
Jake wants to know if he put it together right.
Here's the test right here. Did you put it together right? I can't get no movement out of them arms, bro.
And you know how those arms are.
Yeah.
And I'm talking these arms,
You
Jake.
can move these. Yeah, you did an excellent job at putting it together. Like, it's sturdy. You made, well, I don't have to put it together now, so I just have to take the top plate off, put the parts in it, and I got the motors and everything here, so here's the motors for it. It's going to have some big boys on it. 2706, 2750, Zing cotton candies.
Yes, Baduga. Well, yes and no. It was Jake's rooster. Now it's Ryan's rooster.
Yeah, Jake and Ryan worked out a deal, and with that, and then
so now Chris is building that rooster for Ryan.
Yes, and then Ryan ended up giving me the Tooth Fairy this time around. This thing is nice. This thing, besides the real clicky motors, it has oscillations on a hard throttle punch, but other than that, this thing is like on point. Really, really nice flyer, and I got the, like I said, the 5-inch floss with it, so.
Your fliss is fliss.
It held up to Jake.
Jake Hunn, have you had your eggs hatch? I saw on Facebook the other day that they said not much longer.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah, they were going to be for.
Are those the cotton candy motors?
Yes, they're the cotton candy Zing motors. I was going to put them on my OG Wizard. You guys remember what I started with? My OG Wizard? That's coming back. I'm actually bringing that back with, now I'm going to run 6S. So I was going to run these motors, but 20, the higher the S, you got to go down low in KB. So I'm running 1800s. I was going to go cotton candy, but I'm doing black and red now to go with the scheme. So
June 6th, coming up.
Oh, that's when he's going to cut the eggs.
They've already culled the eggs. Now they're waiting for them to hatch.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know the last time they cut them.
That's called culling.
Culling, okay. Culling.
Cutting, culling, close, but
them
different.
Damn things.
No.
Yeah.
Just remember, there's a little baby thing inside
A
there.
freaking snake.
It doesn't matter.
Bite you in the ass.
No.
Did y'all see the one on Facebook? The dude went up to the dude's house, opened up the screen door, and this thing said, caught him right on the eyeball. Oh, man.
Yep. The snake was above the door frame sunning itself, and it was caught by a doorbell camera.
Crazy.
I said, first of all, I'd never be back there again, but...
I heard, you heard. There's some brown stuff on my leg.
John C., you're curious as to how much an average repair may cost to fix a racetrack. Depends on how bad
He's a chicken.
it's crashed.
I am the fat man.
And the reason I say that is if you have watched any of Chris's recent videos and you see in the very beginning that punch off the table, what you did not see is within 3 minutes of that.
No. 30 seconds of that.
I was giving you some benefit of the doubt.
3 minutes, I could have.
It came straight back down
out of there.
on asphalt.
Because we were near a tower and any tower you're near, they have like a satellite dish, and the satellite dish comes out like this with a point.
They were near a 911
Get away
tower.
from it.
Not a good thing. But
And Fly Sky said, and fail-safed on me. Other than that,
The
I love
sound.
Fly Sky.
the sound alone,
It was crazy.
when that drone came down, you would have expected to walk over there and find just pieces. I walked over there. I picked up a motor. I picked up the frame,
He had an arm.
and I picked up the arm. We
Big
came
old
home. I ordered the parts and literally spent
$30.
maybe $30 counting shipping to rebuild that
was
drone.
on this frame right here. If you guys are looking for a nice frame that you don't want to spend a lot of money into, the TBS Source One. This is the V1. I have what she told you. In other words, I took off the table, right? So I'm standing here, and the table's here. I punch out real hard with a 4S battery with 5152s on it. I went into a null. So once you go so far above, you get to a null because see, you're on the ground and your antenna's way up here. So you're now that, and don't stand near yourself and punch out. Go out and get away from yourself.
But Duga baby haters are always going to hate.
But this thing
They're always going to have a different opinion. So
and it didn't have the arm guards on it at that point. So once I put these on, so I repair it, right? And I go up Eric's 1 week later with these on here, and I bounce off the asphalt his house. This thing hit so hard, it just hit and threw itself off into a field and never damaged a bird. I actually just worked on it last night, put another ESC on the arm. I broke the arm, last week?
yeah.
I think it was.
Now, on the other hand,
But it's good for
I have seen drones that have crashed on soft grass,
and break.
and you never thought it would hurt it, and it destroyed it to the point of having to buy a new frame, which can run you anywhere from $30 to $100.
Let me dig in here real quick. New Ditzy frames on Amazon, don't buy them. New Ditzy equals trash. This thing, I built it, won over, flew it. This was my Purple Haze, if you guys remember. I flew it, did a flip. I bet you no more than 30 feet in the air. Landed on grass and broke the arm. I'm like, dang, and they're thinking they're talking about it's supposed to be good. Look at us. I could probably pop them arms if I wanted to put in.
But Duga, honey, I hate to say this,
hear
but
this
I
cracking.
cannot give you a dislike because I love you, baby.
I'll definitely give them.
He said he wants more hate. If he
I
gets
like
100
today.
dislikes, he's gonna do a giveaway.
Ooh, you gonna
But
get-
I can't do that, babe. I just cannot do it. I cannot. I can't. I love you.
So if you're gonna give away the little Cooper station wagon, if you do it, dude, because I'm gonna go create like 100 Twitter accounts. Yeah, this used to be Purple Haze. Everything on it was purple and black. And well, when the smoke cleared, the
The
arm was gone.
drone didn't make it.
And I wasn't hard on it that day, to be honest with you.
No.
Once flipped it up, did a split S, lost the camera. It came down. I walked over, and the arm was folded up, laying on top of it. But this is a clone to a Astro X Silky version. But yep, new Ditzy, don't buy them.
But honestly, I mean, if you watch Plummet FPV, his crash was not that hard. He literally destroyed an Armaton frame.
Armatons are made to
And
break.
that's $100 frame.
Right.
But at the same time, that frame has a lifetime warranty. So,
In situations.
well, no, they are honoring his, so it won't cost him to rebuild. But you have to have patience because they'll take their slow, sweet time on getting you what you need.
So, like when Jake sold this to Ryan, this is what you want when you do it. I don't know why he sent me the papers. I was sending them back. But keep your receipt and your papers because you need the receipt or you need the email of the person that bought it, and then they will do it. Because I talked to Chris Benoit, which he works. He's like an Armaton builder or something, and he was telling us about it. So, yep, you just need the receipt or the email.
But that's why I say it doesn't matter more or less what you hit.
And that's for this frame here. You break anything.
It's about the angle.
But keep in mind.
And the precision that you come down in that crash.
Yeah,
because what goes up must come down. And velocity and gravity, it's all about physics. Okay,
right.
You go up at a certain speed. When you come down, right there, you're coming down faster and harder. So it all depends on what angle you hit. On what you hit decides how much damage you've done.
But remember,
and how much it'll cost.
An Armaton frame. Just remember.
Different Chris Benoit.
Buy an arm. Buy a spare arm. Whenever you have a couple dollars to spend, because let me tell you something. Even the warranty takes about 3 months to get. I heard. So
that's why I said it may not cost you out of pocket, but it may cost you time.
Wow, post office held it for a month? What?
Wow, that's insane.
Hey, it's terrible.
Right? 32 feet per second.
And the Chameleon, so I figured out what the difference versus the Armaton Rooster and the Chameleon is. The Chameleon is all one piece. See, you can replace these arms. The Chameleon is a unibody on the bottom, like this one here. This is a 6-inch long range, so think of the shortness, but if you can see how those arms are all one piece, a unibody. But yeah, that's the difference of them. I had to do my homework because I work on a lot of stuff. So I actually just got, where's that? Let me show you guys. I actually figured out a new platform.
Uh-oh. What has he come up with now? I know. Do you? Yeah, Baduga, there's different things with these warranties.
This happens to be a KISS rig. I have to admit, they do fly real smooth. This is a KISS V1 setup in here. Crazy smoothness. And it's a reason why they run that smooth. Yeah, got the Azor props. Lewis will tell you what kind of props these are soon, I'm sure. I got dirt.
There you go. Kiss and Azor faggot all the way. Look, guys, I got to pick on him, okay? I mean, he thinks that he is so fast now that he has to put flames on his props. Seriously, what kind of BS is that?
They do make it fast.
He's got to put flames on his props to make it look faster. Looks can be deceiving.
You know, he tried to order, but they wouldn't let him do it. He's all upset now.
What?
He tried to order the pizza, but they wouldn't let him do it because it's not popping up in the system. But this made me happy that I was able to learn a new configurator and everything. GUI, you got to learn everything's different with it. So it got me to put another notch in my belt. So, and the reason why is because I work on so much stuff, and I've turned down a couple people that had KISS, so now I can do it. So now I can work on it and understand it. I don't understand everything about it, but the basics, how I do it, beta. So 20 mile an hour booster stickers. That's right. Tell you what, these flames, man, I felt the difference with them.
Exactly, John C. As long as you're having fun, who cares? That's what it's all about. But I tell you what, anytime I get to pick on Chris, I'm going with it.
This thing needs a. Well, I think it's the antenna. I think where I was at today at that church parking lot just had a lot of Wi-Fi. I had a bad video on most of my shit there.
All right, what do you want?
Whatever, I don't know what he's sharing. Order. He's getting a shower now.
Okay.
Do the Hawaiian and the just do pepperoni Hawaiian. Or I think he gets tired. He must be hungry.
Probably.
I got there. He's on the phone.
I don't blame him. Poor youngins worked all day. Next. Sorry, guys. Ordering dinner all at the same time. Alvin, honey, you never have to apologize.
He would have known the pizza too. You just come in with a slice of pizza. He'd be like, "That's Papa John's."
That's why he showed up. I mentioned pizza.
One day I was eating Little Caesars. He's like, "That's Little Caesars pizza." Like, how the hell do you know Little Caesars pizza, bro? By just looking at the slice.
Because he's good like that.
He's our pizza analyzer. I haven't forgot you on the mounts neither, brother.
Nope,
I know I'm dragging ass. I gotta change the green.
Dude, he is dragging ass, but
I've been printing red for Eric. He's building this reverb, so I'm trying to get the red. Everything I can do with red run out, so I don't have to go back to it.
you're next, baby. You're next.
Yeah, I got you some mounts over here already. Where you at?
But I don't want to mail you bits and pieces and then turn around and mail you more bits and pieces.
And then the wizard, I'm just gonna find a bunch of shit print for green. I'm gonna do like arm guards for you.
Just regular pepperoni.
Yeah. Do you have a 4-in-1 ESC on there or ESC on your arms, Alvin? You got them on your arms. I'll print you arm ESC arm covers like this here. Now your eyeball is green back there, so kind of like what this has got. Kind of got the arm guards, the ESC covers. They may have a chin guard for the wizard. I'll check. An SMA connector, but I don't know how yours is set up. ESC on arms, cool beans. And I get some of those. And I had like 3 partial of green, so I run the snap out of the green. Yeah, Brad, but we're in Maryland, so Chicago, long ways away.
That's okay, but I was just reading and catching up. And Alvin said ESC on arms.
All right, Bill, be good, brother.
Good night, Bill. Because I'll probably
around.
be hopping off of here in just a few minutes.
Goggles.
I'm ordering dinner at 9:46 p.m. And poor Rusty is out there starving, so I'm probably going to wrap this up in just a few minutes because I got to go get the credit card to pay for this. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's out there. This is in here. This is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And me and multitasking just aren't working so well right now. No multitasking. But, and see, Baduga says it's almost 3 a.m.
Night, Jay. Good seeing you, brother. Hey, it's warmed up, bro.
Exactly, babe. Come on. You ain't that far away, and we're still in the same spot. You know exactly how to get to us.
Actually, I'll be in Baltimore Monday.
On Wednesday.
Listen to me. I'm all
You're in Philly on Monday, on Baltimore on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. Yeah, we're going to meet up with Bot Grinder, Cricket FPV, and all them dudes. Ryan, we're going to meet up with him, grab him, take him out with us.
So, I'm going to hop off of here, guys. I want you all to stop back on Friday and see the Drone Network over on MD95 TSI's channel and come hang out and talk to Mr. John C. on Friday. So
yeah, we're gonna have John C. on Friday. So check out what drones John has and what's he do with them.
He's not gonna be able to hang out for a long period, but While we have him, we're going to pick his brain.
Well, Crystal usually does her news, so
He has to be saying that. We roll with the way life happens, son. So I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to stop over at the FPV Noob Tube and get in on those giveaways tonight. So until next time, guys, remember,
appreciate your time.
I love you all.
Hanging out
And we'll see you all next time.
with them birds in the earth.
Thanks, guys.